The year is 1221. Across Asia, a storm is moving west. Not a storm of wind, a storm of men. The Mongol Empire. Under the command of Genghis Khan, the Mongols have become the most terrifying military force on Earth. Kingdom after kingdom collapses before them. Their armies move faster than anyone believes possible. Their arrows darken the sky. Their victories feel inevitable. To many people, it seems as if the Mongols cannot be stopped. But history is about to encounter something even more terrifying. Something that should not exist. Imagine a clear morning on the endless Eurasian steppe. Thousands of Mongol horsemen are preparing to ride. Scouts spread across the horizon. Commanders discuss the next conquest. Everything feels normal. Then a strange sound appears in the distance. At first, it is faint, a low vibration, almost like distant thunder. The warriors look around. The sky is clear. There are no storms. The sound grows louder, and louder, and louder. Horses begin to panic. Some rear onto their hind legs. Others refuse to move. The vibration can now be felt in the ground itself. Veteran warriors exchange nervous glances. They have heard many things during war, but never this. Then something appears above the horizon. A black shape, flying, not gliding, not falling, flying. This is where everything changes. The object moves with impossible precision. It hovers, then accelerates, then stops again. No bird can do that. No creature can do that. The Mongols stare upward in disbelief. Many believe they are witnessing a spirit. Others think it is a weapon sent by heaven. Nobody understands what they are looking at, because what they are seeing is an AH-64 Apache attack helicopter, a machine built nearly 800 years in the future. For a moment, nobody moves. Even the horses seem frozen. Then the helicopter turns, its rotors slicing through the air, its sensors scanning the battlefield, its weapons loaded. And suddenly, the impossible becomes deadly. A burst of cannon fire erupts from beneath the aircraft. The sound is unlike anything the Mongols have ever heard. Not an arrow, not a catapult, not thunder. Something else, something unnatural. Warriors disappear instantly. Horses collapse. Dust explodes into the air. Confusion spreads through the ranks. Many Mongols cannot even determine where the attack is coming from. They know they are under attack, but they cannot understand how. And almost nobody talks about what happens next. Because the Apache's greatest weapon isn't its firepower, it's information. The helicopter can see farther, move faster, react quicker, and strike more accurately than any force in the 13th century. The Mongols are masters of mobility. The Apache makes mobility irrelevant. Groups of riders attempt to scatter. The helicopter simply follows. Others attempt to hide. The helicopter finds them. Commanders try to organize a response. But every traditional tactic begins to fail. For centuries, warfare has followed familiar rules. Those rules are now collapsing. But that isn't the worst part. The psychological damage may be even greater. Stories begin spreading through the camps. Whispers around campfires, rumors carried between armies. Some call the machine a dragon. Others call it a demon. A few believe it is a messenger from the gods. Nobody agrees on what it is, only that it exists, and that it cannot be stopped. Soon, entire units become reluctant to move during daylight. Scouts refuse dangerous assignments. Morale begins to crack. For perhaps the first time in their history, the Mongols are confronting an enemy they cannot understand. Yet the Mongols are not fools. That would be a mistake. One of the greatest mistakes in history. Because the Mongols built an empire by adapting faster than their enemies. And adaptation is exactly what they begin to do. Commanders observe the helicopter carefully. Patterns emerge. The machine must land. It must refuel. It cannot remain in the sky forever. Slowly, the Mongols stop treating it as a spirit. They begin treating it as a problem. And problems can be solved. This realization changes everything. Instead of chasing the helicopter, They search for its weaknesses. They monitor its movements. They study its behavior. They create traps. And for the first time, the helicopter faces a challenge, not from technology, but from human intelligence. Because warfare has never been only about weapons. It is about adaptation. And the Mongols are masters of adaptation. This is where the story becomes truly fascinating. The Apache can dominate battles, destroy armies, and terrify entire regions. But it cannot rebuild itself. Every missile fired is one less missile available. Every hour in the air consumes fuel. Every mechanical component slowly wears down. The helicopter possesses the power of the future, but it is trapped in the past. The Mongols, meanwhile, possess almost limitless manpower, endless horses, endless scouts, endless patience. A strange balance begins to emerge. One side has overwhelming technology, the other has overwhelming numbers, and neither side can fully replace what it loses. The conflict transforms into something deeper, not a battle, an experiment, a collision between two different versions of humanity. One represents technological mastery, the other represents human adaptability. And perhaps that is the most unsettling part of this entire scenario. Because the helicopter is not merely a machine. It is 800 years of accumulated knowledge, engineering, science, industry, mathematics, history. Everything required to create the Apache took centuries. The Mongols are not fighting a helicopter. They are fighting the future itself. But futures are fragile. Remove them from the systems that support them, and even miracles begin to break. In the end, the most important question is not whether the Apache wins or whether the Mongols win. The real question is what happens when two worlds, separated by 8 centuries, suddenly collide. Because every civilization believes it stands at the center of history, until something arrives that proves history is much larger than anyone imagined. And sometimes, the most powerful weapon isn't firepower. It's the realization that everything you know about reality might be wrong. The Mongols feared no empire on Earth, until the day they looked into the sky and saw the future staring back.